lowlives for Trump.
They lied under oath.
They lied under oath.
Right.
Who lied under oath? What are you telling me?
Those two traitors behind you.
Excuse me?
Those two traitors behind you.
They lied under oath?
That's right.
What are you saying?
They're traitors.
They're traitors. You gotta, I don't even know how to deal with you, my friend. I don't even know how to deal with you.
Robert Whackjob De Niro just did a live press conference in front of the New York courthouse in downtown New York, where Trump's legal team is literally, as they are doing this press conference, trying to give their closing arguments in the hush money trial, the sham trial. And the things that De Niro says are, I'm kind of feeling conflicted. I mean, anger is kind of winning, but there's also sadness is a close second, because I truly, love this guy's work for so long. He's acted in some of the best films I've ever seen, some of my favorite films of all time. And to hear him say these things, and to hear him talk about half the country and call half the country clowns, it just it's really depraved and demented and so out of touch. I'm going to play you a couple more excerpts from this press conference, and then stick around to the end, because I just got this clip literally as I started recording this. I have a clip I'm going to share with you at the end where he gets into it with people right at the end of his press conference as he's heading to his vehicle. It's heated. It's passionate. Holy mackerel. You got to stick around for this, but check this out.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, this is really, even these people over here are it's kind of crazy. It's really crazy. And this thing.
You can hear people in the background, and then you start hearing this car honk. You can hear people in the background yelling expletives at him and saying, all sorts of things. If you can't hear that, I apologize.
Donald Trump has created this. He should be telling them not to do this. But he's just, he wants to sow total, he wants to sow total chaos, which he's succeeding in some areas and places to do. Anyway, beside all that, under Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth. I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I don't. Under Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth. I don't mean to scare you. No, wait, maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump returns to the White House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns. We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city. It's part of the culture. But not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country. That does not work, and we all know that. Anyway, we make room for clowns, to each his own. But no one takes him or took him really seriously. They take him seriously now, of course. What does that mean? Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life? That's why I've joined the Biden-Harris campaign, because the only way to preserve our freedoms and hold on to our humanity is to vote for Joe Biden for president. Really. We don't have a choice.
I can't wait to hear what your guys' responses to this in the comments are. I mean, let me know what you think of what you're seeing from Robert Whackjob De Niro. I'm just, it's like, what kind of, the one thought that comes to mind is, who was the Democratic strategist that said this was a good idea? Who is the consultant, the political consultant that says, you know what you need? You need an actor who is completely out of depth, who's completely out of touch. You need him to go in front of the courthouse and essentially impede a judicial process of closing arguments. I mean, deflecting, taking attention away from notice how the timing, right when the defense is closing up their argument. Interesting timing there. It's totally strategized, totally premeditated. And have him yell at half the country and tell them they're all idiots and clowns. And then make these asinine claims. He's never going to leave? He left before. There was a peaceful transfer of power. He didn't go to the inauguration, but he left. He left on his own accord. He left according to how the system works, how the electoral process works. He left. Biden is here. That's living proof. What do you mean he's never going to leave? Elections are gone. He's going to take over. We're not going to have any due process. I think he's afraid that Trump's going to come after him. I don't think he cares about democracy. I don't think he cares about our country. I think he's worried all the crap, all the hate, all the visceral malice that he has just been spewing day after day, week after week on social media, in political ads and interviews. He went on The View. It's just, I think he's the one who's worried that he's going to have to reap what he sows. He's the one. And by the way, you're sowing all this divisiveness and hate. Is this the party? I thought this was the party of inclusion. I thought this was the party of tolerance. I thought this was the party of bridging the divide, not expanding the divide. How are you expected to bring the country together? Is that, I mean, anybody who knows anything as a communications professor, somebody who studies and teaches the rhetorical principles of rhetoric by Aristotle, one of the things that if you really want to advocate for your cause, the biggest, error you can make is by finger wagging, pointing your finger, throwing your nose up in the air and saying, you guys are all idiots. That's not really a good intro. That's not going to win anybody over to your side. The best way to do that is to actually have some empathy and be like, okay, I want to talk to you. I want to see your point of view. I want to feel how you experience the world. What is it that you're feeling that's caused you to think this way? What are your ideologies, your beliefs? How did they form? How did they coagulate? I really want to hear from you. And then let's have a conversation about this. You go in front of a national television audience, you call everybody clowns, you make claims that have zero basis in logic, you make these outlandish, non-evidentiary, non-substantive rants and ravings. I mean, it sounds like you're really becoming unhinged, Mr. De Niro. And it's sad because I actually loved your movies. I don't know if I can ever watch one of your movies again. I mean, it was already kind of that way after the last God knows how many times you've pretty much done the same thing. I mean, but are you seeing a return on this investment? I don't know. I want to hear from you, but I promised you one more video. Wait till you see what happened after he gave this press conference as he was heading to his car. Warning, this is super, super heated. Check this out.
Democrats, you are gangsters. You are gangsters. You're washed up. Fuck you.
Fucking Niro. You're a little punk. You're a softie. You're a nobody. Your movies suck. You're trash. You're trash. You're done. You're done after this, my guy. You're done.
Walk the street. You touch kids. You touch kids. You loser.
Fuck you. Your mother should have swallowed.
Watch out, watch your back.
We're trying to be gentlemen in this world. The Democrats, you are gangsters.
Excuse me.
You are gangsters. You're washed up. Fuck you.
You're a little punk. You're a softie. You're a nobody. Your movie sucks. You're trash. You're trash. You're done. You're done after this, my guy.
De Niro punched Donald Trump in the
Fuck you, De Niro! Go to
That's why he's so worried. When Trump goes to
Guys, back up.
You're a fucking mook, M-O-O-K, mook. You're a traitor to Italian and Jews. You're a traitor to Italian Jews, you fucking cunt. You cunt. You ain't cunt. Bobby De Niro, you're a fucking cunt. Fuck you fucking piece of shit. He's a mook. M-O-O-K. Robert De Niro's a fucking mook. Fuck you.
You're a mook. I love that. You're a mook. That's a total New York slang, Italian, Jewish slang right there. You're a mook. If you remember the movie Mean Streets, you'll know what that reference is. But yeah, it's hard not to feel for those guys. It's hard. I mean, when I watched that, I was relishing it because it's exactly what I kind of wanted to say to this guy. To be honest, if I'm being really real and honest, the guy at the end who's, yelling into the car saying, all these things to De Niro, I felt exactly the same way as I was watching his press conference. I really did. And I can't blame those people. I mean, the real takeaway from this video is the Democrats are, the desperation has peaked. They are extremely fearful and scared. They know this guy can't win. I mean, I feel like they're just throwing everything they can against the wall to see what sticks. Hey, guess what? We got a good idea. De Niro and a couple of Capitol police officers want to go down to the courthouse while they're giving closing arguments and give a press conference. And you can just see them go, oh, yeah, sure, go do it. We'll try anything at this point. They know they can't win. This is desperation at its highest level. And there's a really good chance. And there's an article that came out in Politico talking about some of the insider political advisors. Everybody's panicking. They might actually replace Vegetable in Chief, Tombstone Biden. They might actually replace him. I called this, by the way, not that long ago. There's a very good chance that they might do this because the chances of him winning are so low right now. So we'll see what happens. I really, really want to hear from you. What do you think of this press conference? What do you think of what's happening, how these guys came down to the courthouse, downtown New York? I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments down below. If you made it this far, think about becoming an insider. What is that? That's our free newsletter. It's free. Become a Nez Nation Insider. It's in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. This is your sure-proof way of never missing anything. All the live updates, breaking stories as they happen, current events, everything that mainstream media won't cover. You get that here. I'm your one-stop shop. You don't have to go anywhere else. Link in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right now. Follow, subscribe down there. As always, God bless you, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.